Many of us wander through the path of life with no direction, no destination in sight, no purpose. And next thing we know, we're at a certain milestone in life where we're wondering how the heck we got where we're at. In this video, we're going to dive into why having direction and having a purpose is important and some simple ways that you can determine that for yourself. So let's talk about life with no direction. It'd be like jumping in your car in the driveway and driving aimlessly. Who knows where you could end up? You could end up in Houston, Texas, Salt Lake City, New York, who knows? And you'll wonder, how did I get here? Versus if you had a determined destination point, like it could be San Diego, something like that. You'll look for the signs that say this way to San Diego, or a close near city, and you'll know I need to make that turn, that exit, what have you. And you're going to do that. Now that's how we need to treat life. And think about the high performers that you see that are legendary in life. They have a purpose and you can see them make decisions about it. I'm going to use Elon Musk as my example here. I know many of us don't like him or we're inspired by him at the moment. He's a polarizing character. So take your opinion of him aside, but let's look at the evidence. He has said multiple times that he wants to colonize Mars. That's his life goal, is he wants to colonize Mars. So most every business that he's opened up and that we know him for, so we know him for SpaceX and Tesla, those are both the modes of transportation we're going to need for Mars. We're going to need a rocket that's reusable to get back and forth to Mars, hence SpaceX. Then once we get there, there's not going to be fossil fuels, and we can only carry so much fossil fuel from Earth to Mars, hence where we need the electric car. Sorry, it's not just for the environment, it's because we're going to need something like that on Mars. So he's built these two companies. He, as a secondary result, right, he's become one of the richest people on the face of the earth. But he created those two companies. I know he has like a satellite communication company, there's Boring Company that we've all heard of. And each of these makes pieces of equipment that are going to be needed. And that is his purpose. Even a lot of the things that he's done, like Doge, as much as you like or hate it, or his involvement in politics, has also been about shaping to help us get there. Love him, hate him, disagree with him, we can't argue that's his purpose. Now think about if you had that laser focus. It doesn't have to be going to Mars like Mr. Musk. It could be, I want to touch a lot of lives. I want to show people that they can become great business people. I want to be a philanthropist. It could be anything like that. But once you have that laser focus and you say, this is what I want my purpose in life to be, this is my big goal, you're going to make all your decisions based around that, especially when you keep it to the forefront of your mind. So that's why it's so important to have that purpose, and that's how you're going to accomplish more, because you're going to know what's needed. Now, how in the heck do you get that? Like, how do you determine what your purpose is? Now, I have a pretty good idea. I'm not here to brag. It's just, this is one thing that I figured out in life, hence why I made this video is, what's the point of learning if you don't share it? And so for my purpose, it's to touch as many lives and help people to find a source of positivity and live a better life. Like I'm very fortunate. I live a really happy existence, but I didn't get here by accident. I knew what I wanted. I knew what I wanted to be known for. And in the last 3 or 4 years, my decisions I've based around, does this get me closer or further from what I want to be known for? Now, I did a few exercises. I watched some other gurus, took some lessons, read some books. And what I found was that journaling, taking some time, find a quiet place alone with your thoughts and ask yourself the hard question. Without bounds, what would I want to be known for? What do I want my life to look at if I didn't listen to other people and told them to go pack sand? Imagine that. And then write it down. And then once you get there, you can start to say, okay, what kind of goals do I need to make? what do I need to do? What kind of decisions should I make? And most importantly, what kind of decisions should I not make? And in that, you're going to find that purpose. You're going to find that laser focus. I'm here on my journey, sharing it with you, sharing lessons along the way. Yeah, like I am no multimillionaire. I'm not to the point of like Tony Robbins or, you see like name your motivational speaker, Andy Frisella, all those guys. I'm not there yet, but I'm going in that direction. And 3 or 4 years ago, I looked like a much different person than I do now. And it goes back to that focus. Take that time, write your journal entry. Really ask the hard question and don't be afraid of the answer. I know that's easier said than done, but I encourage you to do that. And then find ways to not forget about that. Now I'm going to do a whole nother video because there's like a million theories. I want to throw them out because, one person making this big honking collage on their window, or not window, their wall, you might be like, you know what, that's just not me. I don't want to do that. Plus, like, let's face it, there's not any magazines anymore. That's what they all say, like, go get magazines, da 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 da. Go to your local newsstand at your Barnes & Noble. There's not shit anymore. But, find some way. Like, go to Canva. You can even go and find a picture and make it your cell phone background. So one of my big goals on the way to fulfilling my life purpose is to be able to do YouTube full time. So I have a big YouTube logo as the background on my phone. So every time I unlock this bad boy, I'm reminded I want to make a living on YouTube doing videos like this. And, making content, like writing books, things like that are going to help others. So that is fresh in my mind. Yeah, sometimes it blends in the background. I have to switch it up, but I'm constantly reminded. And like I say, we'll get into another video about that as I start to ramble on at this point. But I hope that you found what I was talking about valuable. And if you do, there's going to be a video suggestion in one of these corners. That's going to be one of my former videos, handpicked specifically for you off of all those algorithms and analytics and whatnot. And so I'd encourage you to take a few minutes to check those out as well. And hopefully you'll find value in all of that. And with that, we will see you on the next one. Thank you.